Oh my god. What a review. I said before, the Royal Rumble is gonna be up there for one of my favorite pay-per-views, but the guest was going right alongside it. This one right here. And to me, the Elimination Chamber was the needed pay-per-view in order to get WrestleMania talked about again. And man, did it deliver on just about everything, man. I am so excited for it. You just don't understand how worked up this made me feel, how happy I am, and how shocked and really just in the feels is to say the least. But other than that, Elimination Chamber, man, what a pay-per-view. But we started with the women's chamber match. Honestly, Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan put those two on the card. As much as I trash Liv's world title reign because it was rightly deserved, it gotten boring and stale, and she became more and more less strong of herself. I think that Elimination Chamber match brought Liv Morgan back to the status I want to see her in. They brought that match single-handedly made Liv Morgan look more better through this year than really anything has. And, her and Bianca Belair, if I'm just being honest, they have such good chemistry in that ring. Their final two tie-ups and their final two sequences is what made that Elimination Chamber so good. And the start to Jade Cargill coming out and attacking Naomi. And honestly, it was just a fun women's Elimination Chamber match. A great way to open up the show. And really, what can you take away from this match that wasn't good? Because I feel like everything was like almost as perfect as it can be. But moving on, we have Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus taking on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Now, this match to me, it's obviously a hometown hero match. You know what it is and how it is. I do think seeing Trish in the ring does get me excited, and Tiffy and Trish are obviously the crowd favorites to win, and they did win to no one's surprise. But a good hometown hero match is what it takes to get the crowd moving. We move on to the best so far unsanctioned match, or not even the best. This is a match of the year candidate for me. I'm just gonna say it. A match of the year candidate for me. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, unsanctioned match. Does anyone else have freaking flashes back to their final battle unsanctioned fight? I wouldn't say this is what that is, because for what it is, we all know that the first is always going to be better than the second, most likely. But this match was honestly a great recreation. Not even a recreation, but it was a great showing of what we once saw between these two before. And just when you think they couldn't get any brutaler, they ultimately shatter expectations and make you feel more brutality, more chills in your spine, wince in pain. That is what this match is. And for what it is, like, these two have excellent chemistry, and it's not even a surprise. I posted this on my community post. These two are destined to fight forever, and Sami Zayn put that in the best of ways. This and the Hell in a Cell match are what bring back the absolute brutality of the matches or the match stipulations, and just exceed them by every single move they do, every single weapon they use, every single table they use, every single method these guys have come up with was put into that match, and that match ended up being an absolute brutality buffet on display for everyone to witness. And you can tell just every move These guys hated each other, absolutely want one another dead or severely injured at the end of this match. But, you know, the body can only take so much, and in the end, Sami Zayn's body gave out on him first before Kevin's did. What? The save from Randy Orton. My God, holy man, this was awesome. And he went on an RKO spree, just like if it was spring for bunnies. He was just popping them out everywhere he went. But other than that, great match, just great everything. And now we have the chamber match for the men. And this was probably the most star power chamber that I have ever seen, or it's been a while since I've seen a star power setup like this in an elimination chamber in quite the while, and it is heavily welcome. And this elimination chamber is what made the final bouts of the pay-per-view so much fun to look forward to. But man, you can tell within that chamber match, you can tell everyone there was just putting on a performance. And with every single hit, strike, or kick out, or false elimination, finish or hit, roll out of the arena, every that was something special in that ring, because everyone in that ring had a good chance of becoming the person to go to WrestleMania. There was literally no one in that lineup, if you were to ask me, that didn't have a good chance of winning when they got into it. And even in the final 2 or 3, even when it came down to that point, I still had no idea who would end up on the winning side. Seth Rollins to come and curb stomp Punk, and Cena being so desperate, he puts him in the STF and Punk goes to sleep. It's Seth Rollins saying die, and Cena with the I'm sorry. It's just fun, man. It just gets you the feels, the absolute feels. But anyway, on to the final moments. The Rock calling out Cody for his answer. And man, what a segment this was. And I don't know why Travis Scott was there, but hey, all is welcome. It didn't even matter. Cody comes out, Rock's there, everyone's there. John was coming out too. And man, you have to be on the edge of your seats, because truth be told, we all knew Cody wasn't gonna accept it. It was a really tempting, or I really didn't believe Cody was gonna turn heel right now at the peak of, not the peak, but at the run he's on. It just wouldn't make sense. But man, absolutely bewildered with shock from your faces. The hand gesture, the go yourselves. Those are the moments that are so good. I honestly think this is within top contender of Sami Zayn hitting the chair on Roman Reigns and everything. Like, that was the amount of shock in that building, and you can't be more lost for words. So good. In my eyes, the pay-per-view that needed to succeeded in order to get more momentum build up for WrestleMania. They have gotten us back to hyping up what Mania is going to be, and we can't help but fantasize about what is going to be on the WrestleMania card, because from here, everything else has to work into place. Now that we have this big magnum opus moment, every other thing has to be played at absolute perfection in order for this WrestleMania to become part of the big 2 other WrestleManias, and we will finally, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the triple best manias in history, and I'm going to enjoy it. Check out my other videos, and stars unite.